What was the most uncomfortable thing that happened to you during sex? Did you stop? Was on the bottom and my eyes opened for a split second and something appeared to be moving on the ceiling. I opened them again just in time to see a spider which proceeded to fall onto my face. Turned into a threesome for a second. Very wholesome a would indeed. Sudden back spasm. Not good. Had to stop. Made me feel really old. I'm old. Can perform without back spasms. They cripple me the day after though. Also wife makes sounds and I can't tell if her hips hurt or she's enjoying it. Old sucks. Girlfriend was on top and really enjoying herself. My dick had apparently made an oversized impression on her because she went up one eye too high and then slammed back down. Dick bent. I cried. She cried. We got it back on in a couple of days because there was no finishing after that. You should see the broken penises I've seen in the hospital from that. Dislocated my shoulder and got concussion. Shoulder popped back in and we carried on. WTF you disassembled yourself. I discovered my ex was cheating on me while we were having sex. She was on top of me and we were going at it pretty hot and heavy when I noticed her phone kept getting messages. I went to turn it off when I saw a message pop up from some guy that I knew she was friendly with. Needless to say it was a pretty uncomfortable ride to the finish line. Yes, I finished before confronting her about it. You should have moaned his name at the end just to let her know you were thinking of him the whole time. Big power play. No hesitation. She was getting in position to be on top. Somehow she slipped and spiked my full mass Johnny with her knee. I saw stars. Took 10 to recover and back at it. My ex and I were having sex in her living room when we realized that we hadn't drawn the shades. She noticed this because 3 kids had their faces pressed up to the window watching us. Yes, we stopped. No, we did not remember to pull the shades closed next time. Ex-girlfriend's cat jumped onto my ass and dug its claws in. We stopped. Haha. My husband was going down on me one night. I had my eyes closed when he blew a raspberry into my cooch. I didn't realize he had burst out laughing because our Yorkie dog had climbed onto his back then sat on his shoulder watching him probably wondering what he was eating. Bonus. Same dog. We are doing it on the couch. I'm on top. He says, "Is that you?" I was like, "Why?" He says, "My nuts." The dog is standing on his back legs licking his nuts. RIP RZA. Nuts but amazing dog. Blew my urethra ejaculating and filled a condom with blood. You must come like dude in Scary Movie. Was riding him pretty hard. Had an upset stomach but pushed through it. Farted on his balls. Not a toot, full blown fart. He heard it, felt it and tried to hide his laugh. I was so embarrassed I got off. We are married now. I thought this story was going to end with you shitting all over him. There's a knock on my door. It's my mom asking if she can come in. I say a loud and resounding no. She opens the door anyway because she did not take the time to process what was said. Mood ruiner for sure. Oh, also former girlfriend hooking up just for the sex on my birthday. Started crying in the middle of it. Instant showstopper. Couple different ones. First one was after my then GF birthday and we had chocolate cake. Everyone was gone and she started giving me a blowjob in the kitchen, and when I came it was a pretty big load and she puked all over the floor. It was a mix of chocolate cake and jizz, so it was pretty gross. Second was with another girl I was dating, wanted to have some Backstreet Boys fun, and halfway through she told me to hurry, so I did and finished in her butt. She ran to the bathroom and I asked what was wrong and she replied by saying she had to shit really bad. Got super lucky on that one. It was a mix of chocolate cake and jizz. Words I never thought would ever be spoken. Girl was giving me head. My load was a little more than she could swallow. She gagged and coughed. Some came out her nose. The old angry dragon. Apparently there is a name for that stuff. What is wrong with you people? Got slapped in the face without warning. I slapped him back. and pushed him so hard he fell off my bed. Assert dominance. I swear half of this stuff is just people punching each other. Answering for GF, now wife. I was hammering her from behind, and we were both really into it. I slipped out, and, without checking, slammed my dick full force straight up the wrong hole. She screamed, I panicked, and all further sexy time for the evening was cancelled. Spent the next hour cuddling, while she laughed and cried over her aching butthole. That shit really does hurt. It knocks the wind out of you. Feels like your hole got sucker punched. Oh boy, this is a long one. So I've told this story before on a somewhat similar post, but I was sorta dating this guy and hadn't slept with him yet. Anyways, he was bragging for days about his tongue game, which I should have taken that as a sign. We get to his apartment. He takes my clothes off and immediately goes straight to my pubic bone, munching on it like Augustus Gloop from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, who hadn't had any nourishment in days. It hurt like a MF, and I had to tell him to go lower. He did, and then proceeds to start the so original ABC method out loud. I just starfished. I couldn't focus. I didn't know what to do. As a woman who loves oral, receiving and giving, this was a surprise to me. But what was a real surprise was when he got to a letter that just might have worked, and I said to not stop. He stopped, said I was being too bossy and his jaw hurt. I truly tried to get up to leave so I could just shower and finish myself off, but he put my legs on his shoulders, pumped himself in me for a good 45 seconds and jizzed all over my stomach, and then asked for round 2 whilst I was in the bathroom cleaning myself up and calling an Uber. I regret that whole night. Edit. Hello friends. I see a lot of my fellow redditors asking what the ABC method is. Well, it's basically where, when you go down on a woman, using your tongue on the clit, you, not out loud to clarify, use your tongue and do the ABC slowly, I might add, till you get to a certain letter that you might notice seems to please her more than the other letters. When you do notice that letter, don't stop using said letter. Then poof, you got some shaking thighs as earmuffs for winter. She pulled me into her room and initiated. Then about 10 minutes or so into it, she starts bawling, asking me, why are you doing this to me? I don't understand why you're doing this to me. So I stopped and tried to make sure she was okay. Then she kept asking, why aren't you effing me? I was so confused. I just made up an excuse to leave a little while later. WTF was she into? She said verbatim in a little girl voice, oh daddy, you're going to make me come. Will you please come for me daddy? Sometimes I think leaving Reddit forever is not such a bad idea. My boyfriend choked me a little too hard, and by the end I had actual marks on my neck. He no longer tries choking, which I'm okay with, lol. Oh my god, my husband once choked me, and I instantly fainted. He thought he had killed me and freaked out, poor man. Pooped on him. Was having a celiac attack at the time. We stopped, tried not to throw up, and cleaned everything it touched. Needless to say, we don't get freaky until we are certain it's over now. I'm married to that guy now, so he was definitely a keeper. If you can accidentally shit on a guy and he be understanding about the unfortunate event, he's absolutely marriage material. Some guys will even pay a little extra. Some people are disgustingly sick, apparently. Was with a FWB my senior year of high school. In my bed, doggy style. My dad walked in on us, and the guy I was effing just kept going. He literally looked at my dad and said, we'll be done in a minute, and went back to it. My dad just walked out without a word. What a strong confidence, lol. What a freaking chat. Sometimes, when I'm after drinking a lot of water, the fluid in my stomach gives blobbing sound when it moves. Blob, blob, blob. You can imagine how unsexy it does sound. OMG, the sloshy stomach noises being louder than the sex noises. Goth chick with braces in college bid my check. face, not butt, and ended up cutting my face pretty bad when her braces were dragged up against my face. Went to bathroom and treated it like a shaving cut. She felt bad at first, but then she let me slap her ass as hard and as much as I wanted. Ended up having amazing sex with her. That's a story I would like to live. Nobody would miss out on having a big titty goth girlfriend, wouldn't we? Not really sure what was wrong, but it felt like he was stabbing my vagina with a knife instead of his dick. We did quit. I nearly cried afterwards because it kept on hurting. We spent a lot of time cuddling that evening, so that was nice. I had this happen when I've had pH imbalances in my lady nethers before, or BV. I remember saying, WTF, your penis feels like a knife. No, this won't work. When I was in college, I was having sex with a girl that I had basically just met. Then all of a sudden, she starts crying and tells me to stop. I get off of her and ask what the problem was. She says that she was R-word recently and thought she was ready to have sex again to get over it, but she wasn't. I told her it was okay and asked if she wanted to talk about it, and we just ended up staying up that night talking. Okay, so circa 2004. I'm 22 with a hot new crazy girlfriend. We live in a motel and bang 2 to 3 times a day. While doing it doggy, we start going hard. She pushing back into me. He butt bone slams into the left of my junk point, think 2 inches left of where your shaft starts. I screamed. I fell off the bed. I went to the hospital. My balls turned black. It was explained that gravity just carries blood down, so I had a minor bruise where I was hit and swollen black balls. They doc gave me pain meds. That was cool. He even called me to check and make sure I was okay. I've actually never seen a doc look so concerned before. I'm okay. Dog wanted to join. Oh, that is the worst. I had a boyfriend whose dog was super duper clingy and would howl and yelp if he was shut out of the bedroom, and since my BF lived in an apartment, we kept the bedroom door cracked open to keep the dog quiet. Well, dog was very excited by all of our exciting activity and so he tried to hump my BF while my BF was humping me, but fortunately he was able to shake the dog off, and holy shit, it was so awkward and not sexy. Another time the dog literally got on the bed and was like, yeah, but BF shoved him off. It was the most unsexy thing ever. Can't remember if we ever recovered our mojo. Really had to pee while getting a blowjob. I thought I was coming, but turned out to be a mouthful of piss. Was she pissed? Thank you, Scout Julep, for your very elaborated pun. Always appreciated. I had a good friend that was gay. He'd never been with a woman, but for some reason decided he wanted to try to have a threesome with a woman, where we would double team her. I had no issue with it, so we searched out a girl looking to be double teamed, and had her come over. We start messing around with her. He enjoys the foreplay, goes down on her a bit. She returns the favor. He can't get up. Not a big deal. It happens, even in a situation you're comfortable in. It became a huge deal though. He started crying. The girl left. It was just super duper awkward for everyone. Never tried that with him again. Not me, but a guy I knew once snapped his banjo string during sex. Lots of blood. Not good. A guy I knew once snapped his banjo string during sex. Something Cotton Eye Joe. Today I learned that vein we all guys have is called the banjo string. Very nice. I love how many of these stories end with years later, we are still happily together. Thank you guys for watching. It's the first time I make one of these videos. If you guys could give feedback, I would seriously appreciate it, as it will make these videos get better and better in quality with time. See you soon, boys. Until next time.